You called for it. I've got Cecil back in the building. We saying, Cecil, man, you good?
Yeah, man. I'm there, bro. Everything's good. Life's good. Let me just turn this one light upon my face. Yeah, no, I'm good.
I need to do the same
good.
thing. You just reminded me still.
Trust me.
You just reminded me. I'm all over the place.
Yeah, it's a madness. No, everything's blessed, man.
Set, mate. Let's go.
Trust me, brother.
I ain't seen you since the parade.
It's been a minute. Oh, shit.
Parade.
Yeah. It's been a minute. Yeah, I've been watching. I've been looking on your show a little bit. I saw you with Lippy not too long ago. Obviously, I've been seeing what you've been doing with TalkSport, of course, big up. But you know my thing, man, supports the man there. I see it, bro. It's good to see. I don't want to swear them, but it's very good to see. But yeah, everything's all right, man. I don't even know. I've been traveling a lot. I'm trying to just stay in my yard.
Surprised you're not at the World Cup, to be honest.
I did half of it. And I did 2 weeks then, and I just got to a place where I was like, yeah, man, like I hit a number, and I missed my first Father's Day. I got obviously many people might not know, keep it quiet, but yeah, I missed my first Father's Day. I was working. I said, you know what? Is this all worth it? Like, so I just said, I'm coming home, and I come home. It was my mom's birthday that week as well, so I come back, and I was gonna fly back out for Mexico because the DR lot were out there. I was gonna go to that game, and then I just said, bro, I'm gotta go away.
You need to breathe, man.
Yeah, bro, I'm going away next week as well. So I was just like, I just said, let me just chill for a bit, man. So I'm chilling for a little bit, but then back to, the season's not far off, so it just goes back to being chaos again. So yeah, man. Oh, but everything's good. Everything's good. It's good, man.
How's fatherhood as well treating you, man?
Yeah, different still. I'm blessed. Like, I don't really. Listen, I've loved spending time with my little one. I'm working a lot, so I don't really see my daughter as much as I would like. But that's down to me doing the, back in the old school, the gender roles. I know people don't really like that these days, but I'm bringing in what I need to bring in and making sure
pay the bills.
Family's good. Yeah, exactly. So, but it's good though. I've had the freedom, and she's an angel. So she sleeps through the night and stuff. So it's all right, man. It's not been too bad. And Arsenal won the league when she was born. I waited 22 years for this for us, and
then everything just collided at once. It became a dad won the Prem. Everything just hit you in your head back at once, fam.
Yeah, bro. So it's a bit mad, but it's a blessing. It's a mad.
It is a blessing, man. And long may that continue to, more life and more strength to you, your family, your little one, and things like that. And hopefully, that's your first Father's Day. It's not the last, man. You got many to come. You touched on it, and so did I, yeah. But like, obviously, I saw you at the parade, but we ain't had a chance to like kick it on YouTube and speak about that. So like, I know the obvious, but like, how did it feel to win the Prem? Talk me through the parade and all your feelings and all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Good question. I think so I was reading the comments. Miracles too much. So yeah, it was a good time. I had everywhere I go, I have a good time. And big up Mr. Junior. But so when we won, so for context, obviously I went Budapest, didn't it? So man was there. I haven't spoken to you since. So I was in Budapest. So then I was in the ground. We lost, and it was hard. If I'm honest, like I can sometimes like detach myself. Well, I thought I could detach myself well from like Arsenal or just football in general, and just go back to like, okay, let's just think positive. You got interview fans and all that. Like, I hate interviewing when we lose, but normally I'm normally quite good at detaching, but I can't like stung. It's stung, and obviously I stay in the ground a bit extra long after games because of it's just chaos coming out sometimes. So I stay in it. So in the end, I ended up seeing them lift the trophy, which stung even more. If I'm honest, it hurt even more.
Horrible, man.
Yeah, man. And then we come out, and then fans were crying, which I get. Like fans are like coming up to me like crying. And I'm like, this is deep, bro. Like, this is pain. Tough, and I'm like, okay, cool. I got to switch up, and like, I need to actually do my job. So I had to just switch off from the emotion, interview fans who were also quite emotional. And the reason why I'm saying was because, like, what it was, I was trying to console fans to be like, look, don't worry. Like, we got the parade tomorrow. Like,
but then you got your initial thoughts as a fan as well. Like,
it's hard, bro. Yeah. So I'm trying to like separate. I'm trying to be like, think, come on, guys, we got a parade tomorrow. But I'm also feeling how they're feeling. I'm like, bro, I don't really want to think about that right now because we just lost the Champions League final and it's gone to penalties. So I'm like, I hear it, but I'm trying to do the positive side. I'm trying to do the older man thing of let's just park this for now. But anyway, in the end, I'm traveling back now. Now we went straight from fan cams to the hotel, to the Airbnb, grabbed the stuff.
And then you just got to cut out, yeah.
Then we had to get to the airport. So now I'm rushing now. We get to the airport. We fly to Brussels because obviously paying for a direct flight was not in the budget.
Mental.
So we went to Brussels. And when we got to Brussels now, they're saying we get to the passport control, and there's a massive queue.
Yeah, because we left the EU. Fucked
right.
it.
So we got a massive queue through passport control, and they're like, well, I'm like, yo, we got a connecting flight. And then there was a few other Arsenal fans like, yeah, bro, we just got to wait. And I said, brother, I got to make the parade. I can't wait. And then
I can't get shagged.
Yeah, so I'm speaking to the staff now, and then one brother's like, listen, I come here all the time. They're not going to let you through. Like, they don't care about your connecting flight. I said, what? I said, nah. So we're speaking to the security, and they're like, yeah, we're not letting you through unless you convince all these people in front of you, there's a massive load of them, that you can go to the front. We don't care. So I'm thinking, right. So this is a story that not many people know, yeah?
Exclusive, people, listen up.
So me, Lee, Robbie, we all just said, all right, bun it. Let's just push through to the front. So we're trying to do the bully thing, and not even the bully thing. We try to go around the side and say, look, we got to get connected. So I'm trying to explain to people are going mad.
They don't care about you lot's thing because they're trying to go to the same place.
Yeah, exactly. Why'd you wake up late? Some woman from America, I'm putting you on TikTok. Who the hell do you think you are? She was going mad, started filming us. So I'm trying to reason with people. Lee's on a disrespectful thing. He's like,
Lee's just like, fuck it, man. I got somewhere to go.
Yeah.
You're best off doing that.
Yeah, that's it. I'm trying to reason. Lee's like, fuck all that. And like, people are kicking off. He's like, I don't care. Like, fuck you. Like, we got a connecting flight. Excuse my language. And then we get to the front, and then there's another load of Arsenal fans at the front that have done what we've done. Yeah. So I'm like, all right, bless. We'll just wait here at the front. Yeah. 2-2s now. Yeah. We're waiting just to try and cut through. Bruv, armed police start coming up. Yeah. I didn't see them. I didn't see them. Yeah. But Robbie sees the armed police because I'm like tucked around the corner at the front. I'm trying to hide because I'm like, I'm pissed off a lot of people. I'm not a man to piss people off unless if man are gonna touch me, then cool, we start. It's a different energy. But right now I'm a people pleaser. So Robbie goes, yo, let's go back. There's police there. And I was like, but surely they might be. And then because the police are saying, come with us. So then some of the Arsenal group that were there already were like, yeah, they must be taking us through. Robbie's like, listen, I'm not a dickhead. Go back. I know what this means. So then we're walking back with a tail between our legs. Some of them are laughing at us, but some of the group of the Arsenal lot go with the police. We go back to where we were in the line. We go back to where we were in the line, and then we're just waiting. And then like we take time to get to the front. It's like 30 minutes. I look back. I see the people that were at the front of the queue that went with the police right at the back. Way back, they're missing this flight. Yeah,
it's a myth for them now.
It's peak for them. Luckily, they delayed the flight for us, not for us, but like for the connectors,
for the people that are trying to cut through and they're delayed.
Yeah, and they weren't all of them. They obviously the people at the back didn't make it, but we got through after like 45 minutes away.
No, this is brutal.
Mental. We get back to Heathrow now, and I'm like, oh, bro, we're back in time. We got to go straight to the stadium for the parade.
What time is it? For context, what time is it now? Like when you're
what the scheduled time for the parade, I think was it 2 p.m. or was it like 3? I don't know, maybe it was like 1. We were there like 1 or 2 to 5. Yeah, it's like 1 or 2.
The parade thing.
Yeah, it was 1 or 2. We got back, we must have landed about 11:30. So we're like cutting through. We get to our spot at like, I think about 12:30, 1 p.m. So we made it in good time. But getting through, I'll be honest, walking through with the man them, you can imagine. It was like, bro, we were just getting dragged everywhere. Like it was amazing. There's some blessings, Arsenal fans and that, but like, and we got a suitcase. My suitcase was broken, so I got 3 wheels. It was a madness for me. In the heat, it was a madness. But you know what? I got there and my mood kind of changed. Like my mood changed. I was like, right, I forgot about the game until people were like, oh, right, you were at the game. What was it like? I was like, no, I forget all that.
Forget that. We got a parade, man. We won the league.
We won the league, exactly. So then I enjoyed it. Was on the roof. Shout out Chloe Kelly, she basically allowed me to know when they were coming through. So we got a nice spot for that.
You could time it all and whatnot.
Yeah, man, it was a blessing. And then we went back into the studio because I needed to sleep. I was mash up. So I slept for time. I just passed out after the bus passed. And then we went out at like 5-6 p.m. where it seemed like it calmed down, but it was just chaos on the streets. It was amazing though. So yeah, it was good. That whole parade and that experience, like for me, like I was too young to experience it when I was. Obviously, we
were kids, man. 2004.
Yeah, I remember us winning the league, but I never went to the parade. So going to that for me was special, and meeting people there that I haven't seen in years there at the parade, and like after I went and did a walkout, and it was just sick, man. It was sick. I forgot about the Champions League quite quickly. Now my mind's on the Champions League. Now I'm thinking next year, brother. This next season, I want full steam.
I want
ahead.
it, but I can't dream about the Champions League anymore.
Yeah. You can't. You got to look at the
dream.
route and the park.
I'll only believe it when we've got it now.
Yeah. Fact, it's the luck of. I'm saying I want it
though.
It's not guaranteed. Yeah, until we get into the later stages, I'm not really like. You can't really think about it too tough, but like being in that final, I was like, it'd be nice to have this one day.
We took the lead as well, and he was at the game, so it must have felt like more of a movie. We was in a whisker of just putting in the nastiest of results and just getting those 3 points. Well, the cup, but it weren't meant to be, man.
When Havertz scored, bro, it was a madness in that state. I swear, people were crying. It was a madness. But my thing is, like if we get deeper in the stages, then brilliant. But like I want to be not even alive. I want to be able to witness it properly. Like so through this season, I witnessed it. I was there. I was at most games. I've been able to go to the parade. I went to the finals, all the fun. Like I want to be able to have that sort of experience. Like the older I get, the more I think I'm going to be pulled away from being solely with AFTV and pulled away a little bit from like week in, week out at games. Like even my career right now, like I'm on a place where it's like raw. So much is going on. I don't know if I can be at every and Robbie's kind of going through that as well. So I'm just I'm hoping that I can be there.
Evolution, man.
Yeah, man. I'm hoping I can be there for those big finals. But anyway, that's that. But yeah, man, it was good. It was good, and winning the league's just been nice. Seeing Arsenal fans. I know the World Cup's on. I've been able to enjoy that as well. But I do remind people, but we are champions.
We are champions. I'm surprised you ain't got the t-shirts printed and whatnot.
Nah, saying that, this is the top from. I've got the t-shirt printed. I have actually got that, but this is a t-shirt from when you was in Budapest. At every seat we got given these tops. So
that's a nice touch from the club.
Yeah, so it's nice from the club. I appreciate it as well. So I'm wearing it. I don't know why I'm wearing it, but I just got bare tops. But
let me ask you a question as well. Yeah, like,
go on.
Would you trade if we could only win the Premier League, which we did, or the Champions League? Like, would you trade this Prem to win the champs? Like, let's just say City go and win the league. We've lost it. We're in that Champions League final, and we go like a different reality to what you saw. Would you trade it?
You know what? All the way up, build up to this. Everyone says Premier League, and I kind of said that as well.
I was like that as well.
But I kind of wish unbeaten in the Champions League, I could witness. Like, do you know what? I'm gonna say Premier, unless say if it was like we won't win the Champions League for another 15, say 20 years. Say if that was the case, it's like you either choose the Premier or the champs, we won't win the champs for another certain amount of time, or when I'm not being able to go week in, week out, then I would say the Champions League. Because the Premier League, like, someone just said, am I leaving AFTV? What happened there? Maybe they're
rumors. He never said nothing about leaving AFTV.
Oh, okay. No, they just released something. They're looking for new presenters. Yeah, they are. And I did the advert for it saying, boy, they're looking to replace me.
Oh, so people are just drawing conclusions.
People are just thinking that I'm leaving. Yeah, but it's all good. But I'm not leaving. But yeah, I'm not fucking leaving. But yeah, no, I would say Prem. But if it means we wouldn't win the Champions League for the next like 15, 20 years, I'd swap it for even 10 years. Because I'd say when I'm 40, I don't know if I'm still gonna be going week in, week out. I mean, it'll be a blessing. But the way the career's set
that's not a guarantee,
even
man.
5 years, maybe even 5. I'd say, I probably want the champ. I want to be able to witness the champs properly. I went to every Champions League game, so it'd been sick to know.
Man, you just said it there, man. It sucks, man. We technically ended it unbeaten, but we lost on penalties in it. And it just weren't the way to go. That's another thing. You know what? That's another question I want to ask you before I say something. Yeah. What did you make of the penalties? I know it's been and gone and things, and I'm conflicted, Cecil, if I'm honest. I understand, provided obviously Eze's penalty was shit. Magalhaes made a mess of it, but they might be good in training. 2, I'm of the belief of if them man feel like they want to take it, whether you miss or not, I'd rather you do that. And maybe there's no logic, and maybe I'm being a bit harsh. And I kind of see it at the World Cup with certain people taking penalties, like Tar for Germany, the mixed race lad for Australia. I don't know why Magalhaes is taking that penalty in it. You've got Zubamendi and Noni Madueke on the pitch. I think you've got to take pens. It's neither here nor there, but I needed to ask you that.
Yeah, I think I'm in a strange place with it because I think like I actually
exactly strange.
Yeah, because I respect Gabriel Magalhaes for doing the leadership thing, I'm the senior player. Yep. I'll take it. And if you man aren't wanting to take it, let me go up and take it. I rate that highly. Because my thing is, I was a semi-successful striker, but I never took penalties either. Like, I never took penalties. I never liked taking penalties. I never took them. Maybe my mental strength wasn't good enough. So I never took them as a striker because I didn't want to take them. But people used to be like, bro, you're the striker. It's like you should want to step up. I remember we had an argument actually in the change rooms after one big final, but I was like, if I don't want to take it, I don't want to take it. So if people don't want to take it, they don't want to take it, and I get that. Like Noni, people saying Noni should have taken when he argued at Chelsea. I was like, brother, he's under scrutiny as it is enough. If he missed it, it's all over for him. Like for Arsenal fans. So I don't mind that. Zubimendi now, different kettle of fish. I think you're senior, you're experienced. Like you've played in Euro finals, you've won the Euro. Like those sort of man.
Facts.
And you're technically very, very gifted. Like I thought you would want to put your hat in the ring there. So that one I was surprised he didn't put he didn't go up and take it. But everyone else, like Gabriel Magalhaes, yeah, I know it's strange and whatnot. But if you're doing, I don't know what the truth behind the whole situation was, but from what I heard, it was like, I'm a senior player. Like, I'll do it. Like I'm there. Like I'll do it.
And I rate that from him. End of the day, you missed, but it don't matter.
Yeah, same. I rate it. And I know people don't love that, but I'm like, nah, fuck it. Like, big up, man. Like respect for that. So yeah, that's kind of that's my thoughts around it. I mean, I'm proud. I left saying I was hurt, but I'm proud of the boys, bro. Like we went up first. We they didn't do no PSG buying against us.
We tried the thing, man. We didn't get battered. People thought we was gonna get our asses kicked. And again, I don't want to do the we tried thing, but we were that close. Like close. It's just back to the drawing board, isn't it?
Yeah, it's penalty shootouts. I can let that slide. Like, I mean, it might sting me. No, it won't. I was gonna say it might.
I think I'm over it now, bro.
Yeah,
honestly,
because I was gonna liken it to the Euros when we lost the Euros, but because England haven't won nothing since 1966, like that's different. Because I was gonna say like we lost some penalties, there's fine margins, but I actually think that Italy side weren't that great. We should have beaten them. They got slapped in the finalissimo against Argentina 3-0. They weren't that good of a side, and we haven't won anything since 1966. So it does compound it a lot more. But for Arsenal, we took the best team probably, if not in the world, down to penalties. And it was small margins, and we won the league that season as well. So I'm not too you're right. I'm kind of over it, but no, I'm over it. I am over it. I'm proud of them, man. I'm proud of them boys, man.
It's a weird one though, man. Cecil, in that, like, obviously you want to win it. Obviously, we ain't got the best of records in Europe. My heart can't emotionally dream anymore about the Champions League because I've seen 06. I've obviously seen PSG. Yeah, there's some decisions that should have went our way. Ultimately, when it goes to penalties, it's the luck of the draw, innit? The reason I asked you, like, just before that about would you trade the Prem or the Champs is only because it was a question I struggled to answer, innit? In the sense that 9 times out of 10, like, by God's grace, we win every Premier League until the day we die, innit? If it was any other Premier League trophy or Premier League season, I'd always trade that for the Champions League. I just feel with it being 22 years, with Mikel Arteta obviously 3-4 years chomping at the bit, but not getting over the line. I think we needed it. Like, I think if we won the Champions League, nobody could talk to us, but we know people are hypocritical in it. We've won the Premier League, goalposts start shifting. You ain't done it in Europe. If we won the Champions League, people would have questioned our performance in the Premier League, and I do think we needed to show we could win that kind of marathon, innit? Like, we needed to go over a 38-game period and get over the line. It weren't pretty, but it was all happy at the end of the day. I think generally when you look at our 4 competitions, course, FA Cup, we was poor. We got to 2 finals, the Champions League and the League Cup final. We got the Prem. It's like we're marathon runners, innit? We've shown we can win marathons. I think now we need to kind of show that we can win sprints because, there's a bunch of reasons as to why we turned up in both finals the way we did. But end of the day, you're in a final. You gotta get it. You just gotta get over the line, innit?
Yeah, you gotta get it done.
Yeah, so it's just back to the. It's just back to the drawing board, man. Do you feel any of our Arsenal players have gone down as legends? Because this is something I was speaking with yesterday with some of the fans. I was like, who is a legend? If there is legends, if there's not, then fair enough. But like, you'd imagine Saliba and Gabriel are now in some folklore. Rice is probably there. Raya's probably better than David Seaman, if I'm honest. I know it weren't his best of seasons, but Bukayo Saka. We all know everybody that was watching the season that Odegaard weren't great, but he's ended our drought, innit? So I want to get your thoughts on that as well.
That's a sick question. That is a sick question.
Difficult, man. It's finally nice to ask the questions rather than have to answer them.
No word, yeah. But you know me, but some of these questions I just go safe, CJ, man. I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna expand that into the world.
Do your thing, man.
No, man, that's a good question because the short answer is they're all legends now, but it's not. It doesn't feel like that, and that sounds really hard. Oh, someone even say it. So exactly. Oh, yes. Someone said like, oh, to me, yeah, like, oh no, I'm talking about everyone, like. Even me, I did the video breaking news on like Trossard leaving to go into Besiktas and whatnot. I'm like, it feels weird me saying this because like I see you now as much as I feel like you blow hot and cold a lot throughout the season, but I see you now as you're the man that really that goal at West Ham. Like I look back at all those important moments and think, raw, like if I ever buck you, I'll say, bro, you gave me that season. Like, you're part of that season. So to me, they all go down as legends, but it doesn't feel like that. Because I was watching that season and living that season saying, I don't know how we're top. I used to keep saying that. I used to be like, brother, yes, we're champs and that, but I don't know how we maintain this. Because I watched some of our football and was like, Lord, we are scraping by. But that is, I don't know if it is part and parcel. I mean, I'm in the 04 Invincible season. I remember us just slapping teams. So like, obviously there was some hard periods in that season actually, but it wasn't like what we saw in this previous season. So
we limped over the line, but by God's grace, big them up in it. Because what I saw with April till May, boys, big up yourselves for getting it done.
That's what I'm saying. So like, to me, they're all legends. That's the short and honest answer. But yeah, some will probably obviously stand out more than others. I mean, it's hard. Like you said, Saka didn't have a great season. I'm worried about him. I'm worried about him for this. I asked a question yesterday with Curtis. I said, look, if he has another bad season, like, I said, you might have to look at moving him on. And like the chat everyone went mad. Everyone went mad. And then Curtis said, well, he was kind of saying, well, these injury prone-ish players, you've got to look at like if he has another injury or whatever, or if it's if he's not hitting the same levels, you look at Ben White, recurring injuries, probably going to move him on. Tomiyasu, he had a recurring injury, we moved him on.
Odegaard's becoming one of those as well.
Exactly, we're looking to move him on. Timber. Now, I want Timber to go, but I'm like, if he continues to have a recurring injury and he doesn't come back to the way he was, it gets brutal, but like
there's considerations to make still.
And then we kind of, this all conversation came from like Declan Rice is injured, they're managing it. Like if he comes back to Arsenal, it's fine. He's going to be a trooper, but if he never had an injury before he came here. He never had a serious injury before he came to Arsenal. If that starts happening, it starts affecting his performance. Like no one's void of, okay, we got to be aware of this. We either fix it or we have to look elsewhere. So I don't know. It became a very dark, awkward conversation. I'm like, we just won the league. I don't want to have this conversation, but that is it. But for me, I went off on a bit of a tangent, but all of them are legends, some more than others. It's hard to say Saka's not because of the work he put in before and got us to where we are.
I'm happy for him in that regards, man.
Yeah. And then like Saliba, the Gabriels, the Raya for me is massively important.
Big him up.
Yeah. Declan Rice becomes an instant legend. Yeah, man. And all of them, even like, listen, Victor, there's words, some content creators are saying, listen, I don't mind if he goes. Yeah, but to me, like this season, I'm like, raw. Like, but to me, he's still like he's come in, he's done his thing.
Number 14 delivered 14, got 14 in the league. Mentality monster. They can't shit on your careers.
Facts. And he scored some goals, important goals against lesser teams that we struggled against in the previous seasons before this one. So yeah, man. To me, sorry, a long-winded answer.
No, man, we're here for everything and anything you've got to say, my boy. Yeah, that's the reason you're here. And I agree with you because I feel one thing I haven't liked in the prior years to us winning the league is that ultimately there's nothing that goes down in history. Like we've seen Saka have a great year, Odegaard have a great year, this one, that one, but there's been some good moments. Like there was a year maybe 2 years of these last 4 years, I want to say like 2 years ago, we had a near enough faultless run against the top six, but ultimately it didn't mean anything, innit? And where I look at my attackers, I shout out every Arsenal player for putting their bodies on the line. And when I look at my attackers, you had moments, you never really had the consistency. So on one hand, big up you lot for getting over the line. I agree with what you were saying earlier in that you lot need to get fit, stay fit. It's not all your fault. There's an element you've been running to the ground, a bit of unluck, and just show us greater consistency. I look at Saka, I look at Odegaard, I look at half of our attacking unit. This ain't your best season in an Arsenal shirt, maybe in the other shirts if you just signed, but it's your most significant one because it's gone down in history and we've made moments. Like you said, Gyökeres, there were some close-knit games where he's obviously did his thing. Everton comes to mind, but granted, when I say Everton, we all think of Max Dowman. You mentioned Trossard earlier, West Ham, that's going to be there. Yeah. So I'm happy for that. And that is something we've needed. Saka, I do think he's one that needs to put in a performance. I do think Kai Havertz and Odegaard also need to do the same. But that goes for all our attackers, really. Like none of our attackers were really wavy. But what you said there, it leads me to ask you this. And you're not you're the same in the sense that you're not like doing the doom and gloom thing and being nervous for the sake of nerves. I can't be nervous about next season until next season rocks upon us, innit, if that makes sense. But there is one thing that would make me nervous. It's the amount of minutes these guys have played naturally. And like you said, the World Cup, we're seeing the rumors around Saliba, Gabriel, Timber, etc. That could derail Rice. That could derail our season, bro. Like that is our spine. Like, does that concern you going into the season? Because these lot have had a lot of minutes last year. They're participating at the World Cup. Obviously, the schedule is going to be a bit mad when players come back and whatnot. Like, does give you any concerns going into next season? Not to be the fearmonger guy.
No, yeah. True say,
It's mad.
I haven't deeped it too much because I back and believe and trust in Andrea Berta making the right cover signings. However, the only thing that's concerned me of late is the Melia signing. That which I know we'll talk about.
Let's keep it true. He's shit, man.
Bro,
I'll give him a chance, but he's shit.
Bro, he's me. Bro, I have to be respectful on the break.
I never want to see him kick a ball for us. Kepa's up here, you're down there. You get a chance, but it's ugly, man.
Bro, and I'm just seeing all these highlights. I've watched him, of course, when he was at Leeds, but I've just seen all his highlights. The one against Sunderland, when he goes for his legs, and like I spoke to bare Leeds fans because I was like,
they don't.
Yeah, exactly. I want to get like a full, honest opinion. They're like, bro, you've had a stink here, and it's like they're like, we thank God he's going, or we released him, but yeah, I can't believe he's going to Arsenal now. So that's the only thing that concerns me is now. And
the third choice keeper, man.
Yeah, as long as he is the third choice, as long as it's not that's what I'm saying. But Kepa's supposed to be, from what I'm hearing, Kepa's
no, at Arsenal he's going to be our second. He's definitely our second.
That's the only thing concerning me right now. And I've done all the narratives. I've done all the brain branches of like, okay, it's early on in the window. The World Cup's on. The bigger signs are going to come. I understand all that, but like that signing just threw me off completely. I'm like, brother, like we need cover for these the huge players. And I know some of the quality is in the World Cup right now, but Brazil are out. Bruno Guimarães, you can get that snapped up. He wants to go. Like, you can go and push and do that. Like, don't show us Melia. Like, don't, please. Now that one should have just been a quick little. It shouldn't even got to Fabrizio. That should have been like a little slid that under
the door, man. You should have brought us someone else, and then we said, it's all good.
Trust me, and I kind of knew it was coming as well because I had a little inside information. Not here it was him, but I knew a goalkeeper was coming in from someone.
Naturally,
so I was like, raw. Like, yeah, that's the only thing that concerns me. The injury wise. At the start of the season, from what we're told from Hand of Arsenal, people like that, they said, listen, a lot of these the top players, actually, it's everyone from this period onwards will miss the first game of the season due to their break period and stuff. So
what's that? Odegaard, Saka, Rice, Eze, Madueke. Could you group Martinelli and Gabriel because they just went out of the World Cup?
Yeah, I think it is them. I think it is from round of. I think it is them as well. Some they put it out. They put it out on Hand of Arsenal. Said from this stage, I think it was the last stage. They said all those people will miss the first game of the season. They won't be there for preseason as well. So that is. So I feel for the fans that are like
Marino.
Yeah, I feel for the fans that want to see like the champions and the champion players, because a lot of the main ones are going to be away. They're going to be having their break, which they deserve.
They're going to be MIA, yeah. And some of them need rests as well, to be honest.
Exactly, but that also bodes well for more signings coming in. That means that, okay, they're going to have to find signings to fill these slots for, those the Emirates Cup, the Community Shield. I mean, I might be back for the community. Well, I don't know how they're not going to play the community. I don't know. Well, that was what they said online, anyways.
No, wait, who is going to play that? It's looking like Mascara. Well, we're saying Mascara. We could. I do not. You know what? I don't even want to consider it because who the hell is going to be there?
That's what I'm saying. A lot of our top players are majority of them, all of them. I think we got the most players. I think at the World Cup at the moment. I think it's like
Raya as well. But we ain't got a back line. If by that logic, we ain't got a back line. Like we honestly ain't got a back line.
So they're gonna have to make it. They're gonna have to make it work some other way. But I'm sure it was either the first. It's either all of pre-season or it's the first game of the season they miss. So I don't know what they're gonna do. They're gonna have to obviously bring people in, but I don't really want to have a makeshift new signing, full back line, and freaking Melia in goal against Man City in the Community Shield.
Raya, you're not playing for Spain. You're gonna need to be there, man. You don't need rest.
That's
man.
true, actually. He's not. Yeah. Word. He's not even playing.
But we're gonna need
man back, bro. I feel like. Oh, do you know what? Like, it is what it is. And I'm not gonna. It's an honor to play for a nation, but he's not even freaking playing, man. It's actually annoying me.
I don't know what their manager's doing because the two keepers you got on the Spain bench are better than what you have. But at the end of the day, he knows more about football than me. That's another question to ask you. Like, what have you made up to put? Like, because I've been watching the World Cup. Obviously, you can't for Arsenal, you can't draw too many conclusions. But Marino showing he's still clutch. They're managing Saka's kind of minutes well. Obviously, prior to the last game where he didn't play, Noni's actually within the remits of Noni had a decent welcome. Odegaard looks like. I won't quite say Odegaard's getting back to his best, but he's doing what he does in an Arsenal shirt of this new look Odegaard in a Norway shirt. Like, what have you made of our boys at the World Cup? Martinelli's even played in the Odegaard role for Brazil. Like, what have you made of the man playing in the World Cup?
Yeah, our boys have been good. Our boys have been really good. Even I saw obviously Pierre Nkapé for Ecuador. He was
big up Trossard.
He was very well loved. Yeah, Trossard's been really good. Really good. He's been on clutch form. Yeah, like you said, Odegaard,
Sure.
not back to his brilliant best, but he's been good. He's been assisting Haaland like no other. But like, yeah,
Very
obviously, I
tough for them.
always want more than him. Saka, they manage him, like you said, he's doing well. I think he's doing really well. Even though people criticize his last performance, but he got the assist. So like, at the end of the day, it's not always just numbers, but it is right for Saka. We know Saka in it, so for us, get the stat on the board. Cool. Yeah, man. Like, we know what he's in there to do that, deliver for the nation. Like, as in, get the stats on the board. Noni's more
that right wing's his.
Yeah, Noni's more, I'll run it, man, tie them down, do what I need to do, keep you true, keep you honest by giving you headaches, by trying to run past you. That Saka's like, cool, let me step in, let's get this game won, let's get this game done. So
Facts.
He's been good. Rice is loved by the nation. Like, he's been
finally,
amazing.
And they're even celebrating set pieces.
The corners, exactly. So like the Arsenal boys, I think, what was the stat? I think we've got the most players from any single club at the moment still in the World Cup. I think it's 8. It's 8 or 11 or 12. It's 8 or 12, one of the two. But there's a lot of numbers going around at the moment because I saw that Mikel Merino's got the most goal involvements this World Cup or something like that. And they've been flying. Declan Rice had one of the best stats as well at the start of first half of the tournament as well. So, and maybe that might be, listen, it might be skewed because my feed is obviously Arsenal centric, but it's their stats, they're legit stats from big broadcasters. So I'm happy with them. I keep battling. I just keep battling, CJ, with like myself. Just like, is it benefiting Arsenal or is it a negative of Arsenal? And I did a live yesterday with Curtis. The whole title was around: is the World Cup doing good for us or bad for us? Because
both.
The more our players are in it, the more money the club makes. I don't see the money, but we get paid a load of money per like round your players are in a certain amount, and then you're obviously getting confidence from the players because this is the biggest competition. You're getting more eyes on them. Players that you're looking to sell, their value goes up. All these things. And I'm talking from a business sense here, but they are all good things. Like, they benefit the club. But then I also look at, like you said there, like injuries, like game time, like burnout, all those
psychologically as well. Yes. Some man might be so upset that my country. Obviously, you have to get on with it, but some man might be so upset that my country's gone. Takes you a minute to get out of that.
100%. So yes, all these things are kind of part and parcel with is it better or is it better or worse for the player? But for me, Arsenal wise in this World Cup, it's been phenomenal, bro. When I was in America, last little closing bit, when I was in America, like, man was walking around New York and just bare Norwegians, and I was just, obviously we shout Haaland, and they respond, the Norwegian fans. And then when I say, then they stop me and I'm like, yeah, and like, yo, I'm an Arsenal fan. They go, Odegaard, and they love him, and I'm like, this is mad. And like, I was in a pub and like one guy was like, you're an Arsenal fan, I'll get you a drink. Odegaard, the captain. I was like, yeah, man, I don't really drink, but big up you, bro. I'll take a little apple juice, bro. Thank you.
You should have got some Ray, man. Such stronger, man.
I just said, but like,
should have went school.
Like, facts. It's just nice to see like the love as well for like our players. Like, that's also a nice touch. Like, it's a blessing.
I mean, we're worldwide, man, and what you said there is everything that I keep hearing from anyone that's gone out to the World Cup. In that, it's a sea of Arsenal shirts. You know, people are going mad. I think what you said there is interesting because I think it's a plus and a negative. Like, obviously, negatively, we want our players wrapped in cotton wool. Like, unless it's England in our case, it's not like we want our other boys not to do well, but we don't necessarily care if Spain or France go and win the World Cup. We just kind of want our players back. I think where I look at Saliba, Gabriel, obviously Timber missed out. It's more of a negative for them. Rice as well, because I want them to be wrapped in cotton wool. When I look at somebody like, I don't know, Noni Madueke, obviously you need rest in that, but you're getting an opportunity to play and kind of change the narrative around you. I would say for someone like Odegaard, I see it as a mini kind of preseason, if that makes sense. Like, get that bit of confidence, that ring rust. Obviously, you're going to need a break from Arsenal. Come back and do your thing. I'd extend that to Kai Havertz just prior to Germany going out. Saka as well, if I'm honest. Obviously, I have to rate how Tuchel's kind of handled him because he's only really risked him now with the knockouts against Mexico and whatnot. It's just that thing in it is that you hope these players are wrapped in cotton wool. They're able to participate next season because we need depth. We need level raisers, but we need to keep man fit because there weren't a single player arguably who wasn't injured from August until May. Now, I think in hindsight, in the second half of the season, everything kind of came together. Yeah, there was that bump in April, but you know, players that weren't really at it in the first half of the season, they found a bit of form. We started to welcome some players back. We did start to grind out results, and ultimately, sometimes you just get that bit of fortune and that kind of bit of luck in it. So I'm all here for it. So it'd be interesting. I did want to ask you as well, yeah, because me and you have talked. I've definitely heard you speak about it with everyone on the AFTV. I've definitely heard you say it here, and I've echoed the same. When we look at the last few seasons, yeah, obviously the last 3 years prior to us winning, we've been so close, but so far there's been a lot of talking points immediately with Arteta and the manager and the players and whether we can do it. So I've always considered that, and then thrown in an extra layer in that whatever is going on immediately, there's that cloud of 20 odd years not winning the league and things. And I'm not saying I would love it to be the case, but I'm not saying we're going to go win everything. But I do feel this, and I want to know your thoughts in that. Once we won the first Prem, the psychological thing's kind of gone. It wouldn't surprise me if we go and retain this. Like I've already said, I think we're doing a minimum an FA Cup and Premier League double. Like, do you feel you feel there's anything in that there was a psychological kind of hindrance? And if it has gone, like, what do you think that means for us now?
Yeah, I think there was a psychological edge. I think I can see it when I saw the celebrations from the players, and I kind of can just see, like,
yep.
I can just, I don't know, you see it. I don't know how to explain it, but I've been in football a long time as well. Like when I played, like it's not something that's obvious, but I just think from the celebrations and the euphoria and the like, it looked a lot so like relief for a lot of the players getting over the line. Relief. Yeah, that's what it felt. And to be fair, for me as a fan, it was that as well. Actually, if I'm being
hell of that. I cried tears, man. If you didn't cry, you don't really support Arsenal. I had some fun tears.
Yeah, same. It was a lot of emotion. So I think that did play a big part to it. Just get the psychological aspect, but we've never gone back to back ever.
And this is what we need to do now.
So I always weary and worry about saying, yeah, we're going to go back to back guaranteed, even though it's definitely possible. We have the squad to do it, and the circumstances around the Premier League, we should be looking at that because Pep's gone. Like bang, thank God.
Which is a big plus. We don't know what the rivals are saying, if we're completely honest.
That's what I'm saying. That they're a bit of an unknown quantity, but I just know that track record says if you're a club that's been second 3 years in a row, you've always then competed, regardless. Even if you tailed off at the end, you've always been up there. So there's a track record of okay, you know what it takes to be in and around it and amongst it. So that shouldn't be hard to replicate. To win, it's obviously another question, but you just won it. So if you add on to that, and the person that you, like you said, and the club that's losing the all-time manager,
generational manager, and Pep,
you're kind of in a good stead to be. Again, I think we'll be up there competing. It's hard for me to say we're going to definitely win it, but I think we win silverware again next season. I want
it, man. We've waited for how long? It's time to
exactly.
Get that done,
I feel like there will be a run of Arsenal. Just being, people keep saying dominance, and it can be that, but I just think we're going to be. I don't want to say that just yet. I just want to say until I see a little bit more, the signings, certain little things. I've got a little tick list in my head that I'll be like, okay, cool. Once that's all kind of well and good,
let us know.
Games. No, it's first couple games. It's pre-season. If I'm honest, but pre-season's a bit messed up now because of the World Cup. But like, there was a season where we went to Orlando and we played Chelsea. We beat them 5-0, or so it was like 5 or 6. I think it was 5 or 6.
Was that Zinni and Jesus' first year on my channel?
Yes, and Zinchenko.
Yeah. We looked good that pre-season.
I saw that and said, right. Like people kept saying to me, "Oh, don't judge pre-season. It ain't gonna be like." But I can see certain things where I say, "All right, I know I kind of have an idea of what this can look like, especially in the first half of the season." And that first half of the season is best. That's the year we slapped everyone. We obviously didn't win it that year, but we were
first 6 months from Jesus.
Fire. Yeah, it was on fire, bro. That was the World Cup year when it was at Christmas. I had the Christmas tea, all of that mad thing. But like, there was a different feel and sense around Arsenal, and I kind of saw it from pre-season. So there's little things. There's pre-season. There's like player mentality. There's conversations. There's who you sign. All these things. But yeah, there's a little tick list. So if I see that, then I'll kind of know what's to come. But I always believe from now on we should be up. We should be in and around it, whether it's second or first. We should be still competing. But yeah, the cup competitions are, it's the kind of luck of the draw.
We need to get the FA Cup again, man. I can't lie. Yeah. I know we're talking about the champs and no one really cares about the League Cup, but if you're in a final, you need to perform better. There's a lot of food for thought in it. Like you said there, we've never seen us retain it. I know big up R in the chat, yeah, like the 1930s, I hear that, but in the Premier League, we haven't done that. And that's what I mean by, I was saying this on my platform, because obviously me and Cecil have been quite complimentary. How can you not be to Arsenal? But if I'm being really harsh, and this is from a place of love, just to get to the next level, we're yet to do something I haven't seen. Like, certain fans have seen us play quote unquote ugly football. We're going to get back to that ugly football and get over the line. We've seen us, fair enough, me and Cecil were kids the last time we did it, and it's the first time we've done it as grown men. In his case, he's a father in our 30s, but we've seen us win the Premier League and, you know, big up the boys with that. Now it's about new history. Obviously, we never won the Champions League. That would have been history. I've seen us get to a final, retain it. And that's my thing now. Obviously, I can't predict the future, but we have a lot of things going for us. I think the one thing we have going for us is, let's have it right. By our standards, we stunk up the place. This season, well, last season, it was just about getting over the line. So if we can get back to our high standards in terms of attack, if we could keep going to another level defensively, if we can start being a bit cute and clever with rehabilitation and resting and putting the handbrake down and all of that, no one's going to stop us. You know what Arsenal are good at. You know what Arsenal are bad at. Obviously, we're not going to be the only ones. City are still going to be there. But we don't know what they're saying with their new manager. I reckon Liverpool will be up there. I don't know what they're saying. I don't know what Carrick's looking like with more than 40-odd games. Spurs, I don't think they're going to be in a title challenge, but they've got a good manager in De Zerbi. They're playing one game a week. So you could look at it as the element of the unknown in that we don't know what we're getting from them. You could look at that positively or negatively, or you could just say if we go up the gears. I also wanted to ask you as well, I did feel there was an element of, you know what, we're just going to stick to what we're good at and just get over this, pardon me, this fucking line, innit? I don't quite subscribe to the rhetoric that, okay, Arteta's going to make some mad radical changes. Do I think he's going to evolve in attack? Maybe with the anxiety gone 100%. But I don't think we're going to turn into some tiki-taka thing. But there is a lot of fans, Cecil, that believe, you know what, we got this one over the line, playing sexy football, beautiful football, all that kind of stuff will be there next year. Where do you stand on that fence?
It's
a techie one, man. It's a very techie one.
Yeah, I want better football. I want better quality of football. My brain says, am I gonna get the full swashbuckling, beautiful Brazil of 1990, whatever football? I don't know straight away. But now I'm looking at the signings or the potential signings. So I'm looking at the market and what Arsenal are looking at, and they're looking at like young players. And again, it falls into the category of Mikel Arteta wants players that fall into a system and listen to what he says. But I also feel like you can't get a team of young players and play like systematic football. Well, you can. That's what you can do. But I want to see the young players want to thrive.
You want to see that instinctive kind of play.
Yeah, I want to see Max Dowman come through and do a madness. I want to see Ethan Wanyeri not be shackled up and do a madness. I want to see Barcola come to Arsenal and do a madness. I don't want to see these men fall in line and do systematic football. Yeah, it won us the league the last season. I understand that. But like,
you have to evolve that attack.
Yeah, you have to evolve and develop. Like, you've done it. You've got that monkey off your back. So let's look at getting the best out of these players. Like, go to a single six, go to a single DM, and then let creative players play. I don't even mind if
have that variety in your play. Like, have your one central way of playing and then just mix and blend.
Facts. So that's kind of where I sit on that whole. I think the football will definitely evolve. I think we'll see definitely a different style or different element of football. It won't just be set pieces. I think any manager needs to adapt and grow. Like, they're going to expect, especially next season, players, clubs are going to expect Arsenal to try and do this set piece thing again. But we should have moved on from that. We should have another gun.
Keep that and add another bow to our arrow type of thing.
Exactly. So, yeah, man, and I think that will be better football. I'm hoping it's just going to be, like I said, a single six, let the creative players in front enjoy, and then hopefully fast wingers. I want to see old school, like,
with the decision making.
Yeah, I see Pep's kind of went with the Doku approach. Like, I know he's leaving now, but like, he went for that. So he changed to that sort of style of winger. And I kind of want that back as well. And he put Doku on the left and Semenyo on the right. So that's kind of like old school, like, get at your man. Maybe the quality is not as good because I spoke to Man City fans saying that Semenyo's quality is not like Man City level, but they are very aggressive and attacking. And I just think, I'm not saying we mimic them, but I'm saying if we get nice, strong, fast wingers that are powerful and can beat their men,
fullbacks back, it provokes fear. Like, it does a lot.
Gives you space to play in behind them if you pin them back, or play round them when you go over the top. So I wouldn't mind that. I like that old school. Same sort of style of play, and let your striker just get in the box. And listen, as much as I've loved Harry Kane ridiculously amounts, he drops back, but I would love if Victor, he likely will stay, can get goals from like a winger's crossing in old school Man City, Raheem bringing it down to the end, the touchline cross.
Put it on a plate for him and just 20 tappings is all I want. Of course, I want the great finishes, but that's one thing I'll give Gyökeres. Fuck his first touch, mentality monster. He's gonna score goals. He got 14, where in the last few years it's been kind of poor for him. And even that, talking about narratives, like Gyökeres is won back-to-back trophies. He's ended sport. He's played a part in ending our trophy drought and Sporting Lisbon's. And obviously you got Eze. So it's like all of those kind of moments were obviously great. I want to ask you something before we get into transfers. Yeah, I did want to ask you something, and I've done a video on this. Which players or player, like maybe let's go with, well, it could be anything from 1 to 3. Let's go with 3, yeah? What players do you feel has got the most to prove next season in an Arsenal shirt? Because I already know my 3. I would even say 4, and I'll even say it. Obviously, Saka can do no wrong for me. I'm always with Saka to the end, but Saka's one.
Odegaard's
one.
And it's got to be the left wingers. And actually
Martinelli, because he's on borrowed time. And unpopular opinion, Victor. I'm just gonna say it. I'm gonna say Eze, and it's different reasons. It's Eze. Let's be real. Like I like Eze. He's cold and he's all these things. It's just greater consistency. Like you've had your moments. I don't even care about the pen you missed. You had some great moments. You're a great player, but sometimes I feel the game passes you by, and I'm not even one of them guys that it's the style and how because he's a bit languid in it. He's not Mesut Ozil, but he's one of them kind of characters. To the casual fan, you say he's not working hard. I see moments from Eze. I need it on a more consistent basis because with the greatest of respect to Palace, in the big boy leagues now, player, like in the big boy leagues.
Yeah. I think I dropped the ball there on no, I didn't. I'll go Saka, Odegaard. I'll go Eze as well because you're right. You're definitely right in your assessment. But I'm gonna go, and obviously Trossard's off, but Martinelli has to level up if he wants to stay around. But I'm gonna add time. I know it's a lot of players, but I'm gonna add Victor in there. Oh, not in a harsh way, because 21 in all competitions is a sick in your first season.
But you need to shut some people up, man.
But next season, you don't have the grace of it being that was your first season. So the next season, I say, okay, cool. Now we got to go. I'm not even asking for mad numbers, but I want to hit. I don't think he didn't get 15 in the league, did he?
You're good enough to get 20.
At least get
in the league.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like you've got the capabilities. You're in a title winning side. You at least need to hit Arsenal. Okay, yeah. So we hit 14 in the league. See, so really, I'm not even asking for a lot more. I'm asking for one more, but really, you should
asking for 6 as a minimum.
You should be at 18, 9. You should be at 18, 20.
I think 20. You know, yeah, I like DJB saying there. All of the attackers need to go up because you all had moments, consistency, because we are carrying you lot. And if I'm honest, I big up our attackers because they press from the front, but our defenders are the ones we really believe in. They're the ones that on occasion last season, not just defended, but fucking put the ball in the back of the net. I'd go with another one, yeah, and DJB's in the chat, and I've said this to you before, yeah, like everyone might say, I'm snaking him. I think Zubimendi. Now, I think people are being quite harsh on Zubimendi. I think people are being horrible. I think one thing that goes against Zubimendi is he started the season well and then kind of like he went cold in it versus Eze and Gyökeres. They took a bit to warm up and then they kind of went with it. I look at Zubi. I have been gassing you up. You have been wanted by all of these kind of clubs. You have scored goals. You're obviously important. But if you do go and get Bruno Guimarães, you've got Lewis Skelly, you've got Rice. Bro, man have to stand up to... Obviously, we need a lot of players, but man have to stand up to be counted because there's only 3 spots in the middle of the park there.
Yeah, no. Zubimendi's... Because he started quite well and he played so many minutes, I'm going to give him grace. Should I? No, yeah, I'm going to give him grace. I'm going to let it slide. Not to say this will be all we always want more. But he played the most minutes in an Arsenal shirt than any other player.
Yeah, we ran him into the ground. There's some mitigating factors, but I have to keep it true.
But you're keeping it real, and I hear it. I'm not this. He still needs to provide more, but I'm gonna give him just a slight grace, slight. I didn't really look at him too tough until the back end of the season, but then the reason why as well, I can't like. I think Miles Lewis Skelly might start the season over him, which is a madness,
as he should.
But it could be that I think he deserves to. Yeah, that Champions League final was to get on the ball and turning and running through PSG's midfield. Like, I think he's earned the right to start. So I'm not going to be hot on Zubimendi because I'm like, brother, you just corner, chill on the bench, enjoy your time. When you get your moments, you're gonna have to take them. Otherwise, you're gonna lose that spot. But like,
facts.
Yeah, for me, I'm not. He's not, because we got someone there covering him. I'm not really pointing the fingers much. Gyökeres, we also got people like Havertz can cover him, but I'm looking at Gyökeres like, you're supposed to be the main guy. I suppose Zubimendi is as well, but Skelly, I don't know. I think that they both offer something that's so unique and benefiting Arsenal that yeah, I don't know. I feel like I can let that one slide a little piece. That's kind of biased though, really, because I'm not giving Gyökeres and Havertz the same grace. So it's
No,
tough.
because if I'm honest, Cecil, like Zubi, Gyökeres, Eze, I praise you lot. I still praise you lot. I give you lot your excuses where I think you do. It's only because I think there's more to give. I described all three of you as level raisers. I do believe that. But if I name my strongest 11 and what I think Mikel Arteta's strongest 11 is, Zubi, I can't guarantee you're in that now, granted, because Lewis Skelly's took his chance. Kai Havertz, I think you're there ahead of Gyökeres, whether that's your fault or not. Martin Odegaard, I think you're there ahead of Eze. I want these questions to have answers. And if everybody steps up, I've even got a radical thought around Odegaard. I think we need to make him our Bernardo Silva, genuinely. Like, I said this, not the Bernardo Silva thing, but when Odegaard had that great season where he was scoring goals, I always said you might rob Odegaard of those goals, those assists, those runs, him in the final third, that kind of final action. But if you step him further back, and granted the conditions have to be right, you might give the team greater impetus in it. Like I have some radical things with Odegaard. Like I think you could play deeper in midfield if the conditions right. I think you obviously can play in the role you're at. I think you could be a wide, when I say wide playmaker, you know what I mean. That's not a winger like touchline on the boots and whatnot. But I think you could be that because I do think Odegaard needs to be remodeled. You might go from being a first name on the team sheet to a valued squad player, and people see that as a diss. But we've seen that already. Ben White was one of the first names on the team sheet. Timber's come in, he's better than him. White becomes a decent squad player. Like, and indirectly, that's how you raise the ceiling or the floor or whatever the hell they say, man. So it's techie, man. Like, we ain't got like, I'll be real. If your name is not Saliba, Gabriel, when he's fit, Timber, David Raya. I don't know if I've said Rice. Historically, Saka, but I am giving you I'm giving you clout of what you are versus what you are right now, innit? Unless you're them, I think your position is up for debate. And obviously them as well. You got to keep doing what you're doing and all that kind of crap. But still, man. And like you said, Lewis Skelly deserves to be starting. I wanted to show you this. Bro, go on.
Oh, no, I was just going to say, you're right there. Zubi. Oh, that was a big statement. Yeah, Zubi should prove more than Skelly at Arsenal. We're just getting.
Wait, where you see that? Zubi
proved more than Skelly.
Oh, are you sure? I don't know, you know. I think that's cap. Miles Lewis Skelly's done more. Granted, the expectations are different. Like Zubi's come in, Euro winner, everyone was on to you for the best part of a year. But I think that's cap. I think that's cap. I think Lewis Skelly's done a lot more in an Arsenal shirt. Like, let's not forget what he's done in the last 2 years in general, how he's dealt with the pressure off the field, how he's dealt with the whole City stuff, how he's made himself an England international, how he was a big part player last season, and then he's starting in the champs. And thank the Lord we had him, because let's have it right. People lose form, but Zubimendi looked like a little kid that's lost his mum in Sainsbury's. Let's have it right. And this coming from one of Zubimendi's biggest defenders. I think that's cap.
I agree. Actually, that's yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's been longer. Vimar's been there long. He's come. Yeah. I'm not getting giddy. He has. That back end as well. This season was so good for him. So they've both been good though. I just so we dropped off both of them. But yeah, exactly.
And everyone has their time. But that's what I mean about, like, there's only a couple, and I know not everyone can do it for 38 games. People have bad games, all that kind of jazz. But there's only a couple man in the squad that for the majority of the season, I see you at a certain level. Other people have their moments. Like Trossard's had his moments this season. Martinelli in the last 2-3 years is nothing like the 2022-23 one. He still found a way to score big goals. Madueke, for all the criticisms, he's come in and chipped in and done quite well. Gyökeres found his form. Dalman was, he's a young player. He's in and out the side. He had his moments. It's a squad game. Realistically, we're looking at 50-plus games. 70 if you're a Rice or a Saka and you're playing for your club and country. So we need everyone, man. We need everybody. And if our attackers are better yet, I should say, if our attacking unit plays to their potential and Arteta does what he needs to do tactically, there's nothing stopping us from another parade, Cecil, man. And you not getting mobbed again.
That's it. That's all it is like small little tweaks. I think we're good. I think we're good for next season.
Good, man.
I'm big up Mikel, man. I got to big him up, man. Big him up.
I wanted to ask you this as well, Cecil, man. I wanted to go over some transfer stuff. Apparently, Arsenal want to bring in 4 or 5 top quality signings this summer. Another striker, a left-sided forward, a midfielder, centre-back or full-back, and a goalkeeper, all deemed necessary to supplement the squad. What do you make of that?
I like it. I just don't know how true it is. I'm trying to think. Another goal. When was it? Was that dropped today? Yeah, 6th of July.
2 days ago. So I think Millier. We can assume that's the goalie.
Yeah,
striker. Crazy. I don't know if we get one this summer. Admittedly, a left winger. Every Arsenal fan has wanted that. I wouldn't be against defensive reinforcements. I think we badly need a centre mid. I want to look at my midfield and Lewis Skelly, cold. Zubi, cold. Rice, cold. You get me one more, and you've got your Marinos, your Kais, your Wanyeris, your Odegaards, your Rezes to kind of filter in through the squad. You never hear me mention centre mid against.
Yeah, I'm just a little bit. I'm a bit miffed by that. The club want, like, I need it from the actual. I need to hit it from the source. Like, man says I want to bring in. It says I want to bring in top quality signings, and then you mentioned goalkeeper. We got Melier. I'm sorry, like that's that. I don't want to be disrespectful, but that's not top quality signing, brother.
Hypocritical.
Like, I'll be real. Like, cool. And I'm thinking about a striker. I'm like, yeah, all nice, sounds good, but who's the top quality striker that's really available on the market that you think you can get when you've got your
Alvarez thing's a myth.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I feel like that's done in the dark. It's not even done in the dark.
I want Creepy though.
Yeah, Creepy will be cold. That's cold, but like, I need.
It's a myth.
I don't know, some of them positions and what's available and the top quality, their top quality and my top quality might be different. So like,
yeah,
I don't know. I need to see
down to interpretation, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. But the position profiles, I agree with. We need that. We 100% need that. So if you do deliver on the top quality, then I'm happy. But you might even need more than that many signings. I think you need to do a lot more backup signings there. You need to get some more.
There's a lot of spinning plates, isn't it?
Yeah, you have to get some of the like those little ones like the Incapiés, the Mosquet, those little deals where you're like, oh, who is this? But they're actually cold, and you get them for good prices.
Scouts do your job.
Yeah, man. So, but I'm not angry. I'm not angry at all.
I wanted to ask you as well, yeah, just before we carry on. Well, it's in the theme with the transfers. Like, where are you on the fence? Because some Arsenal fans are like, wait, last year you saw why we needed to take time. Judge them at the start. Don't judge them at the start. Judge them at the end. Some are getting giddy. Like, what do you mean? Yeah. Where's our signings? Where are you at with it?
This is sick because I've kind of tried to think about this throughout the like past couple of days of like, do I go all out early on in the season? Like, we're bound to start doing well at the start of the season, yeah? We tend to start actually quite well these days. In the past couple of seasons, unless you're going back to like Brentford first game of the season.
Remind me, man. We come a long way.
The past couple of seasons, we've opened the Premier League season. We're doing it again this on Friday in August. We have the first game again. We had the first game against Palace one when they tried to set us up under the lights. We beat them. Like, past couple of seasons, we've done really well at the start of the season. So I have to have a conversation with myself because I get giddy. I get the first couple half of the season, I'm happy. I'm like, yeah, we're cold. I'm there, chest out. No one chat to me. But then everyone always does, dancing in whatever it is, crying in whatever.
Yeah, dancing in September, crying in May or whatever.
So
we were crying tears of joy. Long may it continue.
Yeah, word. But I'll be honest, there was times I was like, I always go too early. I always like.
April, I thought it was done.
Yeah, I enjoy the first half of the season too much. Like, so I keep battling with myself, like saying this year, Cecil, maybe we just play humble and cool until we get to like after into the new year. But I say all these things, but I know what I'm like. I'm just gonna just enjoy what we're just beating teams, and I feel like I said, I think we'll start well, and I'm gonna enjoy it. So you can get like some people have gone the other way and get annoyed that we haven't made proper signings yet, but that happens every season as well. It happens every season, like,
and we always drag them out.
Yeah, we wait till the back end where like Eze came late. I know it was an opportunity because he was going to Spurs and that, but like these like last minute signings came towards the back end and got us really excited for the season. So I'm kind of, when it comes to transfer windows, I will wait. One, because my brain and my mind's somewhere else anyway. Like, it's not like I'm not looking for instant success straight away, even though, again, the Melier deal threw me a little bit. I'm not going to go too overboard because I trust that the club are going to do better.
And they've earned that trust from us, to be fair.
Yeah, exactly. But I will, right now where I'm sat, start of the season, I'm going to be the same Cecil, like gassed, enjoying it. Don't care who.
As you should, we're Premier League champions, man.
Yeah, then man will say, "Oh, look at your." I don't know who we got. I do know who we got for the first couple. I know the fixture list, but I'm not looking at it. But some of them were like, "You got an easier start. You got who have you played?" They'll do all those things to try and knock Arsenal fans down. They'll give you all the things to try and keep you true and humble. But nah, man, like you said, we're champions. We start fast, normally enjoy it, Arsenal fans, and make sure you let them know, bro. Like, we're not Liverpool, blood. We're not starting. We're not going to be champions and looking dread at the beginning.
They fucked up, man. They gave us, they gave us an opening. They finally let us get over the line. I don't think this man here. I mean, we can criticize his way about it. The guy's tapped. He's crazy. He's finally got what he needed to do from Arsenal. And the players in general, after years of coming short, even when we've won this season, we've still had some bittersweet moments, obviously not winning 2 trophies. What do you think that's going to do? It's going to give us more hunger. And when I look at this season, of course, I can be ecstatic about the Premier League. I could throw my toys out the pram with the 2 cup finals. I could do what I've been doing since we've won the FA Cup. And quite frankly, been a bit pissed off with Mikel Arteta since he's won it. But these are the problems we wanted. Like, you go back 3, 4, 5 years ago, this was a kind of pipe dream. You know, we do a lot of talking about the past and the future. It's now about seizing the present, and that's what I think these men are gonna do. We've gone over Millier, so I'm not gonna thingy him. I can't lie. Romano said we're set to be quite busy. He said we tried an approach for Bruno, and he said we're working on Rodgers, man. What do you make of, firstly, what do you make of the Bruno Guimarães stuff? And what's the price tag for you that would make you say step away? Because for me, I know the market's gone crazy. 65, 70 million. If Newcastle are fucking about, pardon my French, good. I think, all right, let's try something else.
Bro, I think anything from because I know we've got how much money we've got so much money at the club. I think anything like past 100 or at 100, I think it's too much for Bruno. But for me, I didn't like Bruno. I didn't like him before because of the whole trying to elbow Martin Odegaard.
Yeah, he was a bit of a thug.
Yeah, the dig he gave to us when he signed for Newcastle in his welcome video.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
All of that, bro. Like he said, it had like the traveling
the
through
tweets
London,
and
like skipping, and the tweeting, skipping London, all that. Like, so all these things annoyed me, but when I did deep research of, like, of course he's the captain, he's a leader there. His work rate is he's got one of the he outruns everyone in the Newcastle team. So
imagine him and Rice, bro.
That's me. When I said put him, Rice, and even a Morgan Rogers in there, or him, Rice, and Miles Lewis Skelly, whatever, bro, or him, Rice, as it, like, bro, dangerous. So
scary, but not for us.
Yeah, for me, I want him. I want Bruno Guimarães. I will pay. I like 80 minimum. I think that's maximum. Anything more than that, I think is ridiculous. We're saying Morgan Rogers. They want over 100, but I'm like, our club doesn't do that. Like, we're not idiots. Like, we got money, but we're not going to spend 130 because Elliot Anderson went to 115 or 125 to see. Don't think we're going to be that stupid. Like, we're not going to do that. They'll want 100 million maybe for Morgan Rogers. I think realistically we'll push for 80. I think we'll push for 80 for Morgan Rogers. I know I've moved from Bruno, but I think
no, you've done it perfectly.
I just think I know what the club's like. Like, we waited for Victor Gyökeres. Let's not forget they wanted 100 million. We waited it out. We were like, nah, brother, you're not getting that from us. 60.
We're gonna get there in the end.
Yeah, and we did. Like, even though he forced his way out, don't get twisted. These men will do the same. Brazil, like, Bruno will do the same if he wants to leave, and it's time.
He's 28. It's now or never type of stuff. Exactly. The only difference is they let Tonali and Gordon leave. They might play even harder ball with that. I don't know.
That's the only thing. Spurs kind of messed up there, and they messed up the market. But like, Arsenal will do the long game, and they might miss out on him for that, and it will annoy me. But they will do the long game. They'll do. Let's get in his ear. Let's speak to Bruno. Listen, you're old, like you said, you're aging player. We can kind of guarantee you big competitions, big.
We just won the Prem and we got Champions League final. There's Brazilian man here. There's the London aspect. Newcastle are a bit in a rebuild. They sold 2 key players. Granted, Newcastle will be back whenever it's like they get Europe. They kind of, it's a bit mixed. Then they crash out. That season that they're just like one competition, they're different. But do you really want to wait? What do you make of his age profile as well? Because many people like to sit and go, oh, he's 28, and they behave like it's 98. For me, if you get 3-4 years out of him, that is great. At the end of that, he'd be like, what, 32, 33? He becomes your Norgard.
Yeah, bro. This whole age thing, I'm not fussed about. I'll be real. Like, sometimes we get too fixated on it. Like, I'm a man that stands by the young academy players and people coming through. I'm big on that. But I think we've got a good balance of like youth and experience. I really do. And the academy coming through as well. So like, right now I'm not focused on anything to do with ages. I'll be honest. I feel like if anything, we're too young at the moment. I feel like we're targeting Morgan Rogers. Yeah, Morgan Rogers, young player. Melia, young player, young goalkeeper. He's 26. That's a young goalkeeper. Morgan Rogers won Young Player of the Year last season. I did it with PFA Awards, or season before.
23, 24.
Exactly. So he's still young. Max Downman's coming through young. Miles Skelly's still young. Ethan might come back. That's young. We were going
Mascara, relatively young.
Jeremy Mongo was going for. He's young. I know we're not going for him anymore, but like him, there was another player as well in the World Cup. He was a young. So like, I like. Wadi. But Wadi. That's it. So I feel like we're pushing for the youngsters. So I'm not really too fussed about getting some experience in there. And I know Bruno Guimarães hasn't really got like trophy winning experience. Well, he has actually. They won a trophy. They won a trophy with Newcastle,
which is a good bit of history. So you could leave on a high still. You've done history.
And you play for your nation, which is heavily scrutinized and loads
And
of
you're
pressure.
the last one out when you throw in Isaac as well.
Yeah, bro. So like for me, I'm good, man. I'm more than good.
I wanted to ask you, because you've touched on it. You've touched on it. I'm a big fan of Morgan Rogers. I think off the ball, Arteta would love him. I think there's a lot of gears to go up, but I like him off the ball. I like his versatility. Obviously, you saw him come on different, but you saw him come on at, for Kane for England. Arteta will play him there. One thing I like about Rogers is I see him being able to play in the pivot one day. I see him like immediately. His best role would probably be an Odegaard's role. Obviously, where you're looking at his incline into the team would be off the left. One thing I think Arsenal fans underestimate is he's played a fair amount of times off the right for Aston Villa. So if we've got Saka doing his thing, Dalman doing his thing, Noni and him, that's great. But then if I'm keeping it honest, I'm not gonna say he's not needed. But if I just said it there, innit, like he's gonna play off that left hand side. If that is the case. Ain't it the same kind of thing with Eze? To which I say, is he really needed or is it a Barcola thing then?
Well, it's so funny. So you can see me looking down right now. In our group chat, literally, as we've been live, they've been going back and forth in this exact conversation. So Kenya's thrown in some Morgan Rogers 23-year-old stat against Leandro Trossard, who's 31. And he's like, it's talking about assists, he's lower, key passes, he's lower, crosses, he's lower, carrying his passes, dribbles, he's lower than Trossard. Trossard is higher in all those things. But I'm like, but that doesn't make sense because Morgan Rogers got more assists and more goals than him this season. But she's saying, listen, this is literally an Eze part 2. Like, I don't know what's going on. She's saying more damage. Trossard played less minutes, yet overall had better play than Morgan Rogers, who played almost every game for Villa. So I'm like, and then Christian ties in there's arguing with Kenya, like they're going back and forth. Like he got 14 goals and 11 assists for Villa. So like, what you want about? And then Kenya saying Morgan Rogers is massively overrated, man. This has words written all over it. So I'm sorry I'm reading out my group chat, but it's just like
dude, it gives food for thought.
Yeah, you're talking about it. It does seem like I didn't know all those stats though. I didn't know Trossard's ranks higher than that. But I've liked Morgan Rogers. I think he's got a bit of arrogance to him, and I think he's got a quality that we don't really possess. I don't really see him though I've never really seen him though as a left winger. I know he can play on drift off the left, but I think you're right. I think it's too similar to Eze, and I don't love that. You heard me talk earlier about Doku and Semenyo. I want that sort of profile of
that demon
winger.
man.
Yeah, I want aggressive attacking clinical wingers. I don't want the ball playing tippy tappy. Let's keep the ball. Let's keep it moving. Let's find intricate passes. If you're gonna do that, play in the midfield, play in the 8 role, play in the 10. Even though his work rate doesn't seem like it matches that, I just think that's where I want you. So for me, I would rather Barcola in that position. But yeah, I don't know. That's why I just don't think we should be set on Morgan Rogers. Like if we've got backups, I think, and they said that. I think, and it's not maybe
we're gonna need to.
Yeah, they said Barcola's a backup, which I think is crazy. I said he's a second option if we don't get Morgan Rogers. But I'm like, brother, like I said in the video when I did the breaking news when they mentioned that, I said go for both. Go for both. So,
is Barcola even the answer as well? Because I'm being a hypocrite. I do think the skill set of, like you said, an out-and-out winger that wants to take people on, that's Barcola. Rogers can do that, but is very different. But then when I look at Barcola, I think people are overrating him. And what I mean by that is, I would take him tomorrow, bro. I would have rather you got him last year over Noni Madueke because there's similar conversations about if we can unearth this from Noni, I'd rather have that with Barcola. But I get onto Martinelli for consistency over 90 minutes. I get onto Martinelli for the right actions and consistency in terms of goals and assists. I think Barcola's from the same school of thought, really and truly. I think the same things we say about Martinelli and Noni, we'd say about Barcola. Not saying he's not better than them and all of that, but for him, it's like you're talking 100-odd million quid and you're getting to that 23, 24. You got to be a bit more polished. And I don't believe that I'm having him, but I don't believe he's the player that us Arsenal fans are saying he is.
I agree. I actually agree because I'm one of them man that was just like, before the World Cup, I was just thinking, bro, these men are all the same. It's like the Kolo Muanis of the world. It's the Barcolas. They're all like hype. It's all like hype players, but they flatter us. Even Dembele, and not now, but in the past in that French squad, were like they weren't good. Like, and these men are Marcus Thuram say like these attackers, like, they weren't great for me. But now I'm being recency swayed by like the World Cup's throwing me with Bradley Barcola. I'm getting excited by the shiny toy. He's keeping Doué out the side, so I'm like, okay, there's quality there. But I've also said to myself, Cecil, we can't go off tournaments like James Rodriguez in the past. Yeah, he had quite a good career, but
even against us, he should have bagged.
Exactly.
So it's the same Martinelli shit.
Yeah. No, I agree. But I'm more trying to look at profile though. Like, I want that profile.
That's where I'm on
winger.
it. Yeah.
That's why I'm changing. I want even so like a Cavaratskhelia, like that sort of profile of just aggressively attacking. I don't really care.
I wish we had that.
I don't really care. Like Martinelli is kind of that, but he has pulled back a little.
This doesn't correlate with Nelly.
Exactly. So like, I just want the profile. That's why I think I'm moving a little bit away from Morgan Rogers. And even though Barcola does sit in that camp of, you might be you're blow hot and cold, but at least you'll give me the profile of what I want from them.
And to be fair, if he had the goals and assists, he'd be a world-class player. He'd be top 5 in his position, arguably.
Exactly. Because at the end of the day, this is hard to say. It's a bit mad, but like, I don't know. Maybe I haven't watched Vinny enough, but Vinny kind of similar as well. Like, he is a world-class player, but he's also like, he can run his map, but sometimes not always deliver. But he delivers obviously a bit more than Barcola and that. But like those sort of wingers that nowadays it is that there's some like really good wingers, but it's just that final product, or can they be consistent enough? So they're rare to come across. Like the people that do that are the best in the world. The Elise's, the Mbappe's, even though he plays down the middle.
I would love Elise, man. I'd love Creepy as well.
Yeah,
have you seen us being linked with this Mexican youth as well?
Yeah.
I'm having him, but it's kind of what you said. We need players that are kind of on it now.
I'm different. I love him but what I've worked with him, innit? So I worked with him when I was there when he made his debut for CONCACAF. So like, I'm on my Instagram.
Go text him. Then what are you doing here? Go and get that.
I know.
Get it happening, man.
I know. And they're looking at like cheap money, 25 to 20 million. But like, I got told that Mexico are trying to keep hold of him. So they're trying to put a tax, like basically saying like, you got to pay up to 100 million to get him out of the country.
They're going to want some stupid piece, bro, especially when Europe comes to call him.
Yeah, they want to hold on to him because, and do you know what? But I get it. I watched, like I said, on my Instagram, I watched his debut for Mexico, and my post says, I should get up, but my post says, Gilberto Mora one to watch the next up. Like, this was 2 years ago. I watched that debut.
Now look, so that was only 15 or something. He's 17.
Bro, he was moving like Max Dowman, bro. I said, this kid is gonna be fake. He's fake. He's a cheat code. And now everyone's talking about him. I'm like, calm, say nothing. Like I've got the. I don't even do the receipting of this player because I'm not really that. And I work with so many obscure players, but I'm glad I put my stock in him a little bit early. So I hope we do sign him. He is like a Max Dowman. Like he's confident. He's clutch. Trust me. Come on. Big up KJ, man.
Big up
Come
KJ,
man. Come on, man.
They call him the Mexican Pedri, no? Obviously, you got to be careful, but that's enough to convince me. I'll be real.
He's class. And listen, like, at the end of the day, like, players' careers can be failed wonder kids at times. But, like, I feel like I've got a good gauge of knowing a player. I saw him, I said, wow. So, like, and like, I'm lucky. I'm very lucky to work with CONCACAF because people say, like, you get good ball knowledge because these CONCACAF players are just unheard of.
Yeah, because they're not. Yeah, unless you're
no
over there watching them, you're not
no
know.
one knows about. No one's talking. No one really watches their games, but there is gems in those nations. In the US's, the Canada's, the Mexico's, even Panama's. There was a kid called Charaskia, sick player. He's
them South American dons, man. They might be a bit cheaper. And we're even linked with lesser profiles. Obviously, I know Bawardi's 18 and that, but we're linked with Yurinki, does right for Ghana. I ain't never watched Thomas Aranda, but it tells you. That's where I find, obviously, rumors are rumors, and we're not speaking to Berta and that. But on one hand, Tonali links, Guimarães links, Alex Scott, household kind of names. And then you got to the ignorant, not even ignorance, that's the wrong word, but to the casual football fan, you got the kind of lower emerging talent. So then I don't know how I look at it, because on one hand, I do want a Guimarães. I do want that conversation. Oh, Miles Lewis Kelly, Zubi Rice, who the hell is playing? Somebody's got to miss out. And then I also think, are they going to go for a younger model, which can compete, can have them on their toes, but there's less of a pressing need. There's going to be less crying about this one not playing, that one not playing. Difficult, man.
Yeah, so these are new. So I'm looking at the names. Apart from Bawardi, these are new names to me. So I'm trying to get an idea. Even the Kingi. I'm sorry. I
watched him play for Ghana. To be fair, we've been linked with that youth for time. He can play right back as well. I actually like him. Of that list, naturally, like I've seen Yurinki, I rate him. I can't talk about Aranda. But Bawardi, get it done, bro.
Yeah, Randy as well. Plays at Boca Juniors. 90. I didn't even know this. I do remember.
Mazambi youth's cold as well. If he goes to Newcastle. Newcastle doing the football manager thing now.
Yeah. Trust me. Now, Mazambi is very, very good. Very good. There's a few little gems. There was a guy from Australia, fast brother. as well. He was
There's
class
some
as well,
decent
like,
players over there in the World Cup. I
yeah.
know people say you shouldn't scout off that, but there's guys that's going to get moves. There's actually some decent goalies. Like, I ain't watched him play club football, but the Paraguay keeper, I look at him. I look at Millier. I know one's free, but
Yeah, bro.
the
There's
kind
other
of man I want.
goalkeepers, man, them could have poached, but you know what? Let me
Even the
not
Cape
talk.
Verde keeper for a year or
Trust
something.
me,
Man.
bro. I would have, bro. Trust me. But yeah. So, but those players, it's good. It's good that we're just active. I don't know shades. I need to send kicks. I need to send kits, or I need to do a little
AJ's
bit
on
of
his scouting. Man said send kits. You know.
kits. You know, I'm supposed to be doing the under-20s CONCACAF championships. That's actually literally it's in the start of August. I'm supposed to be going over there to Mexico to cover that, but I'm sadly going. Well, not sadly. It's also blessed. I'm going back to Africa with AFTV, but they're doing good. You get good little scouts.
Go scout, regardless. Go find them African ballers. Like, you need to go get Berta's number, man.
Trust me, no. I used to message Edu about players as well. That's a little secret fact for you as well. But he never took any of my recommendations.
Better if he listened.
Like, yeah, word. He never took any of my recommendations, but it is what it is. It is what it is. To be fair, no, actually, no, he didn't. I said João Pedro tight when he was at Watford. They played. There was a Brazilian one. There was a Brazilian charity match that I went to. Edu was there, and everyone was there. Mora was there. Gabriel Magalhães was there, and I remember seeing João Pedro. I was like, bro, this kid is sick. And then lo and behold, obviously, he had his time at Watford, went somewhere else, then he comes to Chelsea. I was like, there's content of me really advocating for him. Me and Robbie and me, Turkish, were arguing mad. He's like, bro, he's not what you think. He's not good. And lo and behold, I actually think he's been good for Chelsea. But like,
he's one of the Chelsea attackers you can't mock. He's actually decent.
You can't. He's good. So yeah, man. But yeah, man. Yeah, it's good that we're active. What's this one?
Yeah, man. My last thing for you, I want to talk to you about Konza, man.
Yeah,
What do you think of him? Because it's a weird one for me. Admittedly, Cecil. Like, obviously, I'm 50 million. I wouldn't cry in it, but if you could get him for 35, you know, and we've got, from a selfish point of view, you got Saliba, you got Gabriel, you got all the defensive stuff. Obviously, Benjamin White and Timber get injuries. He could play right back, but that's what it's for. That's why we linked him, because of the injuries to Saliba. That's what this all come up because of the back thing with Saliba. So now they're saying apparently Arsenal have reacted to potential injuries to Saliba that they're looking to cover that. The Palace lad.
Yeah, with Konza. Yeah, that's or even the Palace guy. But also I have sign of kind of knowledge that our centre backs, the doctors kind of know that they haven't got too long from like their future readings, so they're gonna be looking at new centre backs. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I can really say.
You do hear them rumbles about Gabriel Magalhães, but then we always should be scouting for the future and that. In a couple of years we might have Marley Salmon chomping on the bit like that. That's another thing. Generally, I think we need to bring through some defenders and steady eddies, because you know what the sort of players we bring through in it. Lewis Kelly's a bit unique because 9 times out of 10 it is the the Wanyeris, the Dalmany type of players.
Yeah. No, you're spot on. I think you're right there. I think we need to Marley Salmon's quality. I think you could bring him through. So yeah, but there will be some centre backs, I reckon, being signed. And I don't mind as long as the money's not too mad. We're good to go. But yeah, right. Yeah, that's me. That's it. I think.
Yeah, bro, I'm with you with that. I mean, it's just a shame we've had you here and we ain't actually signed no one. Hopefully, the Rogers, the Barcolas, the Guimarães, or the random Joe blogs. We can rest assured, people. Berta and Arteta are on the case. As me and Cecil said at the start, you're allowed to be frustrated. You definitely are. But don't judge the club at the start. Judge them at the end. God forbid. But if the window closes and we ain't done what we need to be doing, let them have it, innit? Cecil, it's been a while, but it's always great being here with you. Obviously, I respect your time. You got things to do. Let people know they can find you, man, before you get out of here. And big up the chat.
Yeah, big up Cecil_GJEE. But yeah, I should be back hopefully after Africa. Let's maybe try and link up after Africa, which is right by the start of the season. So
where in Africa are you going?
We're going back to Kenya for 6 days.
Mad over there, man.
Yeah, first week of August, and I'm traveling back. Yeah, I'll be back traveling again. I'll actually traveling again next week. But yeah, that's when just before the start of the season, or when the season starts, we'll lock back in. But yeah, man, big up everyone. Just lock in where you can. Some of the shows, socials as well. Just socials for me. Socials are doing a lot for me right now. So if you can
slap Cecil on Instagram, everything will pop up, man. Like there's no one else with the name, bro. Like subscribe, show love,
Snapchat, TikTok, do that, and obviously
everything.
If you obviously, I'm assuming you lot aren't new here. DG's got a sick community, but yeah, follow him, subscribe. He's doing big things. I like to see it. This is a year everyone's doing. Listen, Arsenal won the league. I feel like the Arsenal content creators have just gone up another level. So it's nice.
We got to keep going, man. We're never resting on our laurels, man. And it can't be done like me, people like Cecil. Ultimately, we're not here if people like you lot in the chat don't support. So go and follow Cecil on the socials. Like he said, the Snaps, the TikToks, the Instagrams, even fucking platforms that are not here. Just type it in, you'll find him. And we appreciate you lot, because I'll be talking to Cecil about football anyways, but it's nice to see you lot offering opinions, etc., etc. So we're going to love and leave you lot, people. Cecil, safe flight to Kenya and everything else you're doing. We'll link up when you're back, my boy. In a bit. Peace. There's a video coming out in the transfer news.